And now a first down following that long gain. A give. This is Cook. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Into the red zone. Wentz. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Philip Dorsett hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Now a first down throw. Stafford. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Play action. Stafford. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Everson Griffin in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield. And now out comes Minnesota. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Bust through the tackle. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Wentz to throw on second down. Escaping the pressure right. And time finally runs runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Jarrad Davis in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now Wentz. Buying time to his left. Now he's going to throw deep. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Kevin Johnson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. On the NFL scoreboard elsewhere, 3rd quarter down in Arizona. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you.
Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And the Vikings pick up the football. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
Shipped together here from the D-line. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
They run it again with Cook. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now at beautiful new U.S. Bank Stadium. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. The Vikings on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there with touchdown number 3 here in this game and 17 now on the year. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I think they want to start getting back into this game. It behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Easy, 10, 10. Set, 180, big 20, big 20.
Operating from the gun. Stafford eluding the pressure right. And some room. And I think the ball's out. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Now I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It's a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
Back to throw. Stafford. It's caught. Jones. The 20. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. So they're going to go for 2. From the gun, Stafford dancing to his left. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And out now come the Vikings. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Well, now they'll try the end around. And some room to work. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Now Wentz on the bootleg. Flush to his right. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So 2nd and medium, 2nd and 5 now. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll go down at the 28. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Back to the ground, this time Cook. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting to run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Calling a gain of 5, 4th down now.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football.
Please tell me this doesn't come off as snarky. But that's a relative chip shot. I mean, you've got to be able to execute that one. I don't care what they design on the other side about trying to block the kick. That should be 3 points on the board.
Yeah, and we've talked about it before. If you're out at 55, 60 yards, low trajectory from here, you get that thing up. This should be 3.
Yeah, there's nothing routine in football, but this one really almost should be. Snap, hold, kick, ball through the post. Didn't happen that way.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. And that's caught inside the 30. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. On 1st down, it's Stafford. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. It only took Stafford 90 games to hit 25,000 yards in his career, fastest ever, and he adds to that yardage total there.
I'm not sure anyone in the league has a more confident arm than Matthew Stafford does. He can wait until they're actually open before delivering, as opposed to anticipating them being open because of the strength of his arm, and he doesn't mind showing it off.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. They gotta have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, Stafford. Hard throw, incomplete.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Flushed out right. And it is incomplete. He had 3 touchdowns already, but won't get a 4th here. And the Vikings, they come up big down near the goal line. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And tough starting field position here. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And an alley to run. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And he will go out of bounds up around the 45-yard line. A big play there for Minnesota. 52 yards. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. And to give this time to the tailback. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And ready now for 2nd and 9. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
All right, just go ahead and say it with me. That was a
mistake,
yes,
for sure.
Without a doubt, because at some point, put your foot in the ground, get upfield, and get down, protecting the ball. Don't go out of bounds, because when you go out of bounds, you're really just helping the defense.
Yeah, not to be too hyperbolic, but it's like giving the D an extra timeout, isn't it?
It certainly is. Gives them a chance to regroup, and it means you have to snap the ball in additional time, which always means the possibility of a mistake.
And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This to make it a 3-score game late. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Here's Ryan Quigley now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 25. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And Detroit getting set to go now. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
32. 50.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. He's going to let it fly. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. He'll have a first down past the 40. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And that goes as a gain of 37 on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And he fires one incomplete.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have is chipped away a little bit, maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions maybe in the back of his mind. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Now a desperation. And this is caught inside the 5. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And here we go on 1st and goal. One last throw here for Stafford. Forced out to his left. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.